What's going on, guys? StonedShaggy here. Just wanted to talk to y'all. I know I promised y'all that I would have a Doctor Strange video up earlier. Something told me not to make one yet, and I'm glad I didn't, because I just got a update from Superhero Hype. They had an interview. There was an interview with Kevin Feige, and he kind of cleared up the Doctor Strange thing. Now I have the quote. He talked first of all in the interview. He talked about Doctor Strange, and he talked about Guardians of the Galaxy, the reactions of Guardians of the Galaxy, and how he felt about that. Guardians of the Galaxy. Pretty much all he said was he's happy with the reactions from everybody. He's happy that everyone enjoyed it, and really that was about it. And now let's get to the good stuff, the Doctor Strange stuff. Okay, so remember, there were a couple directors that were named last week to be like on the top list for directors to direct the Doctor Strange movie. Now, this is what Kevin Feige said, quote, "Well, that article was true that we're meeting a lot of people now. That article was not true about who we're meeting or what level anybody is. But we're actively looking. We always look at a wide range of people with a wide range of backgrounds. There's only one criteria. Do something that we think is really cool. That's about it." Unquote. So, from there we get that the directors that were named weren't entirely who was being looked at. And there are no front runners so far. Now, we know Kevin Feige, we know Marvel, they can be secretive at times. But usually Kevin Feige can be kind of he'll be straight with you. Like, he was straight with everybody when they said no, Hank Pym wasn't going to make Ultron when Age of Ultron was announced. He was real straight with that. He didn't beat around the bush. He's not lying. So, we know that sometimes he's usually very serious about what he says. So we know that those actors that were named, I don't remember the names off the top of my head, but I know that it was the director from Brave, the director from Warm Bodies, and a couple other ones were named, and I told you I didn't know anything about them, so it's kind of nice to hear that they haven't narrowed it down yet, because it's still a long way. It's still they have movie spots for 2 spots in 2016 and one in 2017, because so I'm gonna guess that they're only gonna have probably one movie in just the 2 movies in 2015. Avengers of Age of Ultron and Ant-Man. So 2016, there's 2 for 2016. It's May 6th and July 8th, very close. And actually the May 6th one, I think, is the one that also is Batman vs. Superman. And then they also have one for 2017, May 5th. So 3 pretty much really, really good spots, because May, June, July, that's really the big summer blockbusters. That's where movies are really good. So they have those. They still have those 2. Now, he also talked. The IGN did the interview. IGN actually asked them if they were leaning towards a new actor or a known actor, a star, to be Doctor Strange. And Kevin Feige said, quote, "I would say that we're pretty transparent, right? Doctor Strange would be depending on when we make it, it could be our 13th, 14th, 15th movie, right? I think you're looking to track our decision making and how we've done things. We have a pretty wide track record now where you can sort of see. So no, a movie star is not required, but that doesn't mean a movie star wouldn't be great. It just depends." Now, we know how they are about their casting. Let's look at the title characters from their big movies. We have Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr., big star. That's where they went with that one. They went with the big star for Iron Man, and it's pretty understandable. It's one of the biggest superhero movies that actually come out. Iron Man, a lot of people, before that, a lot of superhero movies weren't doing very well. Like X-Men and X-Men 2 did great. X-Men 3, not that great. Then you had Spider-Man movies were good, but then they fell off with the third one. Spider-Man 1 was awesome. Spider-Man 2 was awesome. Spider-Man 3, not very good. So then you also had the Fantastic Four movies and the Daredevil movie, and we see how those turned out. So it was actually a smart decision for them to pick Robert Downey Jr., a star. People would go see him even though they don't know the character. Then they went a little bit more risky. Well, they made Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, and they went a little bit risky with bringing the Hulk in. They brought the Hulk back. Actually, they didn't even reboot it. It was really just a sequel from the first one, which we all know how that one was. It was not very good I can't remember his name. I don't know, but then they went with Incredible Hulk. They went with Edward Norton, which was I liked Edward Norton, but we already know how that turned out. They got Mark Ruffalo, and that turned out even better. But they haven't made a Hulk movie. So then you have Thor. Thor was Chris Hemsworth. I didn't know who Chris Hemsworth was before this movie, so they went with a more like not well known guy, and it worked out. And then you also have Chris Evans to be Captain America, and he was known. He had little bitty movies. He was of course Human Torch, but he wasn't a star. He was kind of mid level. You knew who he was when you saw him. You recognized him, but that was it. And now we see how that turned out, and it turned out pretty great. And he has another Captain America movie coming out soon, so can't wait to see that. And then you also have Samuel L. Jackson, a big movie star, to be Nick Fury. You got Scarlett Johansson, who's really well known. She's Black Widow, and then you have Jeremy Renner, who's up and coming, and he was Hawkeye. So, and then of course Tom Hiddleston as Loki. I don't know. No one knew who Tom Hiddleston was until Loki was born. So we know that they can go one way and they can go another way. They can go with putting a big name actor, a big movie star as Doctor Strange. They could go with the person that you've never heard of, or they can go with the guy you've seen every now and then, but not a big movie star. So I actually want to hear what y'all have to think. If I had to think of someone for Doctor Strange. I'm not really good at fan casting, so I'll try to think of one. If I can, I'll put it in the description below. So I want to hear what y'all think. Who do y'all think should be Doctor Strange? Who would you like to see as Doctor Strange? And would you like to see Dormammu? Would you like to see Wong? Who would you like to see along with the Doctor Strange movie? We already know. Hopefully, Wong's going to be there. You're going to see the Ancient One. Do you want to see Dormammu? Do you want to see Clara? I want to hear. Want to know what y'all would think. I want to know what y'all think about it. Sorry about that. And I can't wait to hear from y'all below. So I'll see y'all later, and hopefully I'll have a video up soon about Fantastic Forecast. Expect that up tomorrow. Y'all have a great day.